Okay, today we're going to be having a look at using some more MIDI effects to give our drum grooves a bit of randomness, a bit more funkiness and unpredictability, and see what that can bring to our sounds. So we're working on this groove. Here it is. Not bad at all, but we can make that drum kit a little bit funkier, and we can generate some ideas for ourselves by using some of the MIDI effects. So over here I've loaded just a kick drum onto a channel. I'm going to stick on some MIDI effects and see how we can affect that. So go over to MIDI effects, and first of all we're going to start a MIDI clip up. So on this MIDI clip I'm just going to put semi-quavers right the way across. I'm going to take out the first bit of beat 2 and beat 4 because that's where our snare is going to hit. So this isn't going to get in the way of our snares. Okay, so if I press play now, so we should get all those kick drums on all those beats. Okay, so let's see if we can randomize that a little bit. So obviously we're going to use the random because that's going to randomize things, funnily enough. And we're going to use, funnily enough, the scale device. Okay, so random plus scale will help us do this. So the random, remember, we can dial in a number of choices. So I'm going to dial that back to 1, and then the chance button tells me what chance there is of playing the original note and what chance there is of playing one of the choices. So I've only got one choice. It'll either play the original note or the choice of one note above the original note. So if I just put that to 0, it will all play the original note. If I put it to 100, it will only play the altered note. Okay, so the original note is coming in at a C. So if I delete all of these other potential parameters in the scale, it will just play the C with 100% accuracy. Okay, if I put it to 100%, it won't play anything. If I put it somewhere in the middle, it'll play some of those C's. So we put that in with the rest of our groove. And dial to taste. So those extra kick drums give a little bit more spice to the groove. Okay, so what we can do, instead of having a separate channel, we can go into our drum kit, and on the kick channel we can drop in that random and scale MIDI effect. And if we turn them on now, of course we've also got to alter the clip, so we've got to put a kick on every semi-quaver apart from the beat 2 and beat 4. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now we can also do that on the hi-hat. So we can put the same device, the random device and the scale device on the hi-hat. Turn that on. If we go to the channel here, let's get a hi-hat going on every beat apart from the 2 and the 4. There you go, brilliant. So we've got a spicier drum beat going on just by adding a bit of randomness, by putting a probability device using the random MIDI effect and the scale MIDI effect quite creatively on the kick drum and on the hi-hat. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.